So this is Ty and Reid shooting the shit because no one else is on and we can't exactly go 2 weeks without an episode. Okay, apparently Reid's mic died again.
I'm here.
uh,
I'm here.
yeah, this is just going to be basing us shooting the shit until we get tired of our listening to our voices. Not exactly the quality episode, quote unquote quality episode anyone's used to, but fuck it. Also, needless to say, there will not be an episode next week because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, which thank goodness there isn't. Also, we're glad that SmackDown doesn't air on Thursdays anymore. They actually air on Tuesdays.
So yeah, as far as the Survivor Series review, we might do like a I might film an episode at John's house if I get there, and then maybe do a mini episode with Will if he's on, and maybe Reid at another point. But yeah, no episode next week. Don't look. And with all that, how are you doing?
All right. What the hell's going on with wrestling?
Apparently, everything wanted to explode. I guess we'll start from the latest rules and work backwards. Sadly, James Ellsworth has been relieved from his contract.
Yeah, and we found out the reason why.
Money.
Not him. WWE. It's
no. I mean, huh? What?
Yeah, because it's a cost cutting.
No, I thought Yellow managed to bam Finn.
No. But yeah, it's just a cost cutting, and they did have him with a good solid contract because they did talk about on Wrestle Talk that he had a multi-year contract, so he was there to stay there, and they even had plans for him at WrestleMania.
Well, sadly, those plans will not be realized. James will probably find work. He has to wait the 3 months no compete, of course, but after that, he'll probably find some work in the Indies. He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, but I gotta say one thing. I think he'll find a job no problem. The only problem I have right now is the fact that again he has to wait so long.
Well, the WWE is going to pay him, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. However, WWE might. I almost think that maybe if some things turn around, they can come back.
Oh yeah, of course.
Again, they took him out on good terms. Well, it wasn't fortunate that it happened like that, but I think it could work. So, in all honesty, I think, yeah. I honestly think that it would actually work.
Well, what else happened? One of the original founders of Sanity also got his walking papers, unfortunately.
Which I'm kind of like, why?
Once again, cost cut. Almost every one of these falls under cost cutting.
Yeah, but it's NXT. I don't understand how that can actually really affect them. Because I mean, listen, they don't have big contracts. They have contracts that can make them live, but nothing that's like excessive. Like, oh, we're gonna be fine. That kind of thing. Like, we're set for life kind of thing. It's a stable paycheck they get at NXT.
Yeah, but it's still money, so.
And we're not gonna talk about the shows yet. We're talking about any news because holy shit! And we got 2 weeks to talk about because what in the hell is going on? So much before the show. WWE, what are you doing? I honestly. And also the big news, of course, I don't know if we talked about this the last time, but Jericho versus Omega.
Oh, no, we didn't. Lou had a few choice words. Give me a second to go through the chat, look them up.
Oh, yes. I think he had some words. Because
we had no show last week, but me and Lou did do some text chats. And it's like, Omega doesn't deserve to be in the same ring as Jericho. And the worst part is Jericho will put him over because it is a one-time deal. And I said, well, it's a one-time match for the U.S. title. Yeah, Omega's winning. 2 Canadians fighting for the U.S. title in Japan. And Lou responded, instead of smacking him across the face and pinning him, then running down the Bucks with his car, then teabagging Omega to pin him. I was going to go on Jericho's cruise, then he added the Bucks. Well, he replaced the B with the F. I told him, and missed your chance to powerbomb him over the aft deck? He said I tossed him overboard. Anyway.
But hey, it's kind of interesting. Plus, I don't exactly know. There's so many reports going on that Jericho's still under contract right now.
Well, if that's the case, then we'd be in deep shit with WWE. I don't think he'd be that insane. Well, him or New Japan. What else is going on? Hello?
And again, I'm trying to think that I'm not trying to talk about the stuff on the show. We're talking like after. They're talking like outside of the shows. Well, there is kind of something to talk about. That's about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but
Well, it seems like it's been resolved. Zayn and Owens has been sent home for some sort of issue, but well, they're obviously back. So,
except there's also some caveats that have also come out that suddenly they're not starting to be liked in the back anymore right now, or they're having some really big issues in the back.
Well, you know what happens when you're not liked in the back? You become the cruiserweight champion. Hey-o!
Let's see what this says here. Backstage notes from WWE talents being upset with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm just wanting to see. I mean, it could be like there's two stories with it. That it was on the European tour that something happened with, maybe they wanted to just get out and not take it, or maybe they botched their whole thing. We don't know. There's two stories that are going around with what happened.
And don't mind the long silences. I'm actually doing some quality of life checks on my tabletop at the moment, but yeah.
So we don't know what's going on anymore.
Well, fortunately, that's something we gotta wait for into the future. What we don't have to wait for is lots of changes to Survivor Series.
All within 2 weeks.
Let's just run them down real quick because this is pretty much 2 weeks worth of show. Let's see now. First of all, we already said that the Shield lost the tag team titles to Sheamus and Cesaro
due
to the New Day interference. So now it'll be the Shield, complete with Roman Reigns, who has been cleared to wrestle, against the New Day. So Sheamus and Cesaro will now go against the Usos. Now, because of this, the fifth man was actually named Jason Jordan. Until the game decided to come back. Well, let's just break down what happened. Jordan had a match against Bray Wyatt because everybody said, oh, the only reason he's getting in is because of nepotism. During the match, Jordan pinned Wyatt, but Wyatt injured Jordan's ankle. So Kurt Angle was forced to march out and name Jordan's replacement, which just happened to be Triple H. Triple H thanked Jordan for his contributions with a pedigree. Am I getting it right so far? I think Reed's mic died again. So let me just try to quickly run through while his mic recovers. Over on SmackDown land, we also had two tail changes. Jinder Mahal lost the World Championship to AJ Styles, changing the match from to now it's going to be Styles and versus Lesnar, and Charlotte Flair has defeated Natalya, making Natalya versus Alexa Bliss for that match.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new one. Anyway, what was the last thing we were talking about before we changed over?
I forget.
Oh yeah, it was the fact that Jason Jordan begged Kurt. Kurt couldn't say it. Hunter had to come out and do it himself. He's like, if you're not gonna say it, I will. the fifth member of the Team Raw is me. And like the fact he had to just do that, and I'm like, oh, you're burying him. It's more like I almost feel like Hunter was like, I don't want to do this.
Well, I guess the reason why they changed this is a personal reason, and this is probably not the best time, but because I there's an upside and a downside to what just happened. The upside is, I think we just talked about this show. There was no star power in Survivor Series other than the Usos versus the Shield. Now you have the star power, but all the stars are in their late 30s to late between their late 30s to late 40s.
Basically, these are the experts that have been around for years that quite literally came in because Team Raw had their change. And then we had Team SmackDown, which is also one we got to talk about.
Well, no, Team SmackDown's just as old. The youngest person, I think, is Bobby Roode at 35. Nakamura's 37. The rest are in their 40s.
Yeah, because one of those people in their 40s actually had to change.
Say again? I think Reed's mic died again. This is going to be the type of show this is this week. Sorry for the lack of quality. But yeah, almost everybody in both. Someone put up a post that almost everybody from both teams is either in their late 30s to early 40s. Meanwhile, poor Jason Jordan gets thanked with a pedigree to the sidelines. I can see why they did it because they wanted the star power to get the network sales, but at the same time, kind of sucks over the fact that, well, yeah,
They got nothing.
The fact that they had to do it also meant that they had no young stars to put up there. And despite how some people said, oh, it should have been Jinder's opportunity, I hate to say this as well. All of us thought this was just going to be an ass kicking in the making. If Brock didn't beat Jinder within an inch of his life, we would have just looked at Brock and wondered something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
At least with AJ Styles, some people who will go nameless, Voldemort more likely, complain like, oh, it should have been Jinder. Jinder looks like he could beat Brock. Well, no, because Brock has lost to smaller men before. And and I wish Will was here as a martial artist, he could confirm this, speed kills.
It's just like I don't know what they're trying to do anymore.
They're trying to make money.
The one thing that makes me go, okay, I understand why, but it just makes me feel like they're trying so damn hard that they have to just make it worth our time. The only problem I'm having right now is when is WWE going to admit their faults and just say we fucked up?
Vince McMahon admit his faults? What world are you living in?
Oh yeah, that's right. Vince McMahon even hates it, like even hates sneezing because you know why?
Because he'll look mortal?
Because you don't have control over it.
Oh boy. Wow.
Also, did you watch that one video from What Culture that actually talked about what they think Vince McMahon thinks of all the talent?
Like the best way to say it, I'm pretty sure after watching the Goldberg special, this isn't exactly true, but he probably sees them as exchangeable, as disposable assets. At least according to What Culture.
Well, what it is with What Culture, what they actually what they have here is that they have one guy doing impersonations of Vince McMahon and how he perceives each person on like in the Raw roster, and it's one of those things to where I'm just like, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Oh boy. No, like I said, I'm still here, so if I go silent, that means I'm checking something. Don't mind me.
Well, so am I, but also I don't know about my mic anymore, so I got to get a new one. I'm gonna have to go buy a new snowball. I had the mount for it. Why am I gonna waste money on just not using something that goes with it?
No,
Just go
one of these days I should have a professional mic, especially since I do have another show idea, but that's more closer towards Final Fantasy 14 based than wrestling or my D&D campaign. But like I said, the mic I have, and this is why I call this the shooting the shit episode, because there's no way only two of us could talk wrestling for 2 hours, even an hour, let alone two.
just kind of curious where Will is. I almost thought he would be here.
He's probably doing something important. It is Will.
Yeah, but anyway, right now at this point, what's going on with WWE and all its changes? I just don't know what's going on, and that's just week 1 we're talking about. We haven't even gotten to week 2 yet.
Well, that was the last 2 weeks, wasn't it? Because the last
No, because remember what happened last night? I mean,
Raw's Revenge.
Not only that, we had another title change.
I talked about Charlotte winning the title.
I didn't hear it.
That's because your mic died.
Well, duh. It sucks, and I really hate that this happened because I understand what they're trying to do, but anyway, now we have to ask this one question.
What's that?
Will this show be good? Because as of right now,
like I said, they made all the.
That's right. That's right. They never even talked about who's replacing Charlotte now because she was on the Raw team.
Good point. I thought maybe by default it had to have been Natty, but let me check the wiki.
There has been rumors. Oh yeah, another thing came out. Survivor Series is coming to LA next year. Just a little food for thought. Let's see here. Hey, you know something came to my mind just now.
Believe it or not, they have it listed as TBA, so
Yeah,
they didn't even
too, right?
They didn't even actually officially announce who's going to replace. Unless they're going to put Lana in that spot, they haven't shown who's officially going to replace what's his name yet.
I can almost see that, but here's the thing that comes to mind. I wouldn't say you put Natalya there. I mean, it would seem kind of shitty. I almost feel like what they should do, don't say anything. Just wait until the match starts. Wouldn't it be better that way?
I would say, and who they going to bring out? Trish Stratus?
Oh, what's this? Oh, the final member of SmackDown's women team will be announced at the pay-per-view.
Well, there you go. And I did make a mistake earlier. Braun Strowman's actually the youngest member of both teams. He's 34.
When you look at him, it's like, the fuck? Really?
Yeah, really. Bobby Roode's 40. I'm going through the team ages right now. Bobby Roode's 40. So, like I said, that was another mistake on my part. Okay, let me go through Team Raw and Team SmackDown real quick, just to give you the ages. Kurt Angle is, and I hate using Wikipedia because it doesn't, 48. Braun Strowman, like I said, is 34. Finn Balor's 37.
36.
36, my bad. Samoa Joe's 38. Triple H is 48.
Granted, you gotta admit, for both Hunter and Kurt to be like that.
Yeah, Shane's 47.
I'm still surprised he can actually do it, considering how far away he's been from the WWE. He got in the ring. She got in the ring shape real fast.
Orton's 37.
Jeez.
Nakamura is 37.
And of course,
I think Cena's 40. Yeah, 40. So yeah, with the exception of Braun Strowman, everybody's well over 35. And most of the marquee stars are in their 40s.
I still find it funny that Bobby Roode, for how he is, he doesn't seem 40.
Well,
You can also say the same for AJ Styles too, but AJ Styles is.
Well, look at where they've been for the half of their career. TNA robs you of years of your life.
They do, but it kind of shows they have the talent. They just needed the place to do it.
Oh boy.
Well, let's be honest. Rude and AJ, damn. I just want to do one thing. Rude, turn heel, please. We need you heel.
It'll probably happen after this match because they need because they have no baby, because they probably have a lack of baby faces. I guess we could go through the matches real quick. Normally we have the rules, but no one's here.
No one's here. We haven't even betted for the last 3 months. I mean, the last 2 months already.
We'll just do this for ourselves then.
I feel like it's kind of been lost. So let's just go and just have fun with it. This is not even
pre-show match: Enzo versus Kalisto. Enzo defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Kalisto.
My thoughts: Enzo wins, but then all of a sudden, oh yeah, this is also news.
That's right. There's actually contract negotiations between WWE and Devil, so he might come back sooner than we all think. Never say never in wrestling.
Yeah, they always say that, and all of a sudden you see. Here's what I want him to do. I want him to come back out like he did when he lost the title, and just come back out with that look of the hair over his face, and look like he is going to straight up murder him with the belt by choking him with it.
Well, you can't choke. You can't choke people on WWE. That's what got Daniel Bryan fired the first time.
I know, but seriously, he'll look like he'll want to do it. He'll just take the title and be like, he'll just look at him down and be like, instead of saying I'm going to end you, I'm going to be like, you are going to die, and just go do everything.
All right. Second match. The Miz versus Baron Corbin, IC versus US Champion. This is actually the only hard one I could pick. I guess Miz only because he actually has backup.
And not only has backup, he has talent to go with it.
All right, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team SmackDown because of Cena.
I almost can see Cena. However, this one is really difficult. The fact it's changed so much that I'm like, oh, this one's kind of hard considering these guys are all, well, except for Randy Orton. A lot of these guys are darlings, let's be honest. And then of course you got the 4 bookends that are basically the guys at the end of their careers.
Which one isn't? Like I said, almost every one of these guys are nearly or at 40. Braun Strowman's the only one that's below 45 and has a few more years left.
So here's the bookends: Angle, Triple H, Shane, Cena. If you look at the list on how they actually have the guys that are basically part-timers on the bookends of every team, if you look at the list, they're basically the bookends. Everyone else is basically normal.
True. Anyway, which one you're thinking of?
I have no idea. That's my problem.
Oh boy, we'll come back to that later. Women's match
because they're all people I want to have win. That's what sucks.
Women's match. Now, if we did the old betting thing, I would say Team Raw and Asuka be the sole survivor and watch her eliminate like 3 people. But think about it, this will be the best way to rebuild her after that disastrous pair of matches against what's her name.
Yeah. Also, here's what I think they should do: have Asuka beat the hell out of Alicia Fox because she knows she's shit, and then
I think that's every internet fan's pipe dream. But that's why I see how it's going to play out. Asuka's going to somehow be in a 3-on-1 situation. She's going to decimate the remaining 3 wrestlers.
I hate to say it, but I'm with you on this one just because we have the better team. We have Asuka, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks. And then, of course, on SmackDown, we do have Becky Lynch and Naomi.
Yeah, Becky
But
Lynch,
again,
Carmella, Naomi, and Toby and Lady and Miss to be announced.
yes, I mean, sorry to Tamina, you're great and all, but you just really don't have much presence. It's the fifth that really got us that really has us going. I mean, there is always a thing that it could be very well, but I don't know if she would
Well,
actually change.
if it's Natalia, then I'm definitely putting my money on Team Raw. If it's like a major trade or a guest, maybe SmackDown like sneak in, but
There is one that might be coming back. Remember, she was supposed to, but things fucked up backstage.
who? Oh yeah, Paige.
Yeah, but of course she was given to Raw, unless some strange negotiations happen, which we're kind of like we have no idea anymore. So yeah, both work best on Raw.
Yeah. Sheamus and Cesaro's for the Usos. Let's just get that out the way. The Usos.
Usos. I mean, the Cesaro and Sheamus just got their title back. Although it really can't be called Cesaro and Sheamus. Shouldn't their team name basically be called The Bar?
I refuse to call them that.
Even though they both have their tights with the name on it.
I refuse to call them that. It's Cesaro and Sheamus. Either way, who cares? As much as none of us really like the Usos, other than a New Day, they're pretty much one of the most popular tag teams in WWE.
Yeah. Also, the next match that's coming up on this, let's not talk about that yet. I'm going to save that for last.
All right, Shield versus New Day. I would say the Shield, but they already had their first match back as a team on Raw. I still gotta lean on the Shield, though it's probably gonna be a much more entertaining match than it ain't right to be.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so hard to pick simply because both teams are great. We know that. Both teams are great. And we're glad the fact that the Shield are finally back after Rollins was sick for so long and hopefully he's still in perfect ring form. Yeah, this is so hard. I don't know who to pick. I love both teams, and they had the New Day had their excellent match at Hell in a Cell. We both know that. They had their excellent match there, and no doubt that was match of the night. However, we want to see the Shield, but they never really had their big match yet. So I have to lean towards the Shield simply because they need to show the Shield are not losing, even if they can win without Reigns, that kind of loses the whole momentum they're having with them. So they need Roman Reigns to have this happen so they can have that win under their belt, saying that we are who we were before. So Shield for me.
All right. Bliss versus Flair. Charlotte just got the title back. They had that emotional Flair 30 for 30. They had Rick come back. I don't even see a reason how Charlotte loses this, other than WWE like to mean dicks. So Charlotte Flair.
I can see that. I really can see Charlotte Flair. Honestly, if they had Charlotte Flair still on Team SmackDown, I would honestly say I'd actually see a chance where Charlotte Flair could possibly give a chance at like a fight with Asuka, simply because that blood. But now it's been changed. I see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I'm having a hard time picking because I love Alexa Bliss because she's actually really good in the ring and on the mic. And then you got Charlotte Flair, who has gotten better on the mic, but she's good in the ring. And don't worry, we will be getting to that match, Lou. We will get to that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that half-ass attempt at War Games. That shit. This is from Lou. That shit on Saturday night is not War Games. It's not War Games. It's not War Games. It's not War Games.
Lou, we will talk about it and how.
I think I lost faith in actually keeping up with that because it's not War Games. I'm fully on Lou's corner here.
I'm going to go with Charlotte just because she needs that momentum right now. Again, because of the emotional run, because of the emotion that was there. Plus, Rick's back in the WWE, especially after his major medical thing that happened. Whew. I mean, give Ric Flair credit the fact he's actually healthy enough to even be back in the WWE to do just even walk there. So He has lost a lot of weight though.
Well, yeah, that's what.
We get it, Lou. We get it. So yeah,
Yeah, we might find a new date for the actual show.
yeah. I'm gonna go with Charlotte because again,
Right.
all the emotions happened. Ric Flair actually surviving his medical thing. They had the ESPN 30 for 30, which is a big thing for WWE right now. The fact they actually got something like that under their belt, and they got all the talent to talk with.
Actually, I just thought of something. Now that we're all sitting here thinking about new show ideas, and once again, no show this week or next week if this is the case. But how about trying to do the show on Saturday?
You want to change the Saturday just because you want to avoid any other bullshit that might happen at this time?
That then we could all be up at normal times again.
Hey, I'm fine with it. All I gotta do is just watch some of my shows on Toonami, and I'm good to go. Because after a certain point, I'm good to go.
No, I meant Saturday afternoon.
Well, Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, depending on how my work is, because I have also an announcement. I have a new job starting Monday.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, my last day is this Saturday. So here's the thing though about Saturday. Depending on if I have to work or not, I'm off at 3, which is actually 5 o'clock your time. Also got cleanup, so I might actually be there by 6 your time. Anytime by then, I could possibly do a show.
Huh.
Again, we'll have to just work that out. Anyway, we've gotten all that done. Let's get back to the last match.
Yes, Universal Champion Lesnar versus WWE Champion Styles.
Oh, how do you pick this one?
Well, fuck, man, you really don't, because you can see either one winning.
That's the problem. They're both good, but again, I can just see them actually having Brock Lesnar win just to keep him happy. Of course, they don't have to all the time, but he has the title. But this is a non-title match, so we're good with that. I just, I want AJ simply because AJ has that talent, and he could probably give Lesnar a run for his money. Just if they did the same thing like they did with Samoa Joe, we'll be fine. I'll be happy.
Shit, I can't actually think of one.
It's really hard. It's really, really hard just to pick one winner for this. Again, my heart wants AJ.
I'm only gonna go with AJ because, well, fuck. I guess the best thing I can think of is Brock really doesn't need to win as much. I don't know.
He
That's like an ass pull. Like,
is an ass pull. I'm just gonna go with AJ just because if they let Lesnar win, it's just only to make him happy. But again, he's not even on much anymore anyway, so why bother?
I really don't know. Anyway, I guess this is the end of our wrestling segment.
Well, we got the other show, but
all right. We'll talk. We'll just discuss the results of that next week. The next time we're actually on, when we have the full crew, we are in discussions of trying to figure out a new time because my schedule has changed. I can actually do this on a Saturday when people are up and sane and shit.
yeah, and my
unfortunately my my D&D group is still, my Pathfinder group is still going. You can go to my personal YouTube channel to listen to those shenanigans, also known as 4 hours of me going, how they're gonna fuck up my plans this week.
I know that feeling, but again, with this new job, if I work Saturdays, I will be glad to just be like, okay, I'm off at this time. I have the rest of the day off. Yay. Oh, what's this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Define uh-oh.
This just came up. Protective order filed against WWE star. Oh boy, time to read this. Oh, Otunga and his fiance of 10 years, Jennifer Hudson, have split.
Oh dear.
Oh geez, and Hudson has put a protective order against Otunga. Oh, now I'm wondering what's going on.
Hey, good time. Good time to figure it out right now.
Let's see.
Because literally, this is going to be the end of the show, unless you want to shoot the shit for a while. So go for it.
Well, I'm just going to go see this very quickly. They've been in the process of ending a relationship for a number of months. Oh shit. They have requested a protective order against her ex-fiance. They said that, oh, Jennifer's actions are solely taking the best interest of their son. What? Also, can I ask this? How can you be engaged for 10 years and not get married? It just seems kind of...
Have you looked at a Hollywood wedding?
A good point. And just
The,
marriage in general.
isn't their divorce rate like 95.5%?
Yeah. Also, let's see. Yeah, like they had a kid. They were engaged in 08 and welcomed a kid in 09. So the kid's 8 years old. But hey, hate to say this. I know it sounds really bad to say it, but protective custody is not really on the chopping block because they never got married.
Hey, tell Jennifer Hudson that. That was it. Well, it makes me wonder and probably cringe at the thought of David Otunga returning to the ring then. Because the reason he stopped wrestling was because his Jennifer Hudson pretty much told him no.
Really? He has been out of the ring because of his fiance?
Pretty much.
As a legal advisor, oh, I'm just looking at his YouTube. I'm looking at his wiki page, and I'm just like, wow.
Eh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is just.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Well, they got engaged in They got engaged in 08, but he was still wrestling up until that point. I mean, he was actually gone in No, what the fuck? I don't care anymore. It's just one of those things where it's like, we see Otunga back. What are we gonna do?
Pray he gets a quick release.
He might be the one that might get the cut because Ellsworth did. Why not him? He hasn't been doing jack.
Well, he had the star name of being Jennifer Hudson's husband, but well, that's gone.
Yeah, so now they can't use him anymore. Makes you actually wait. He's been on the pre-shows. Will he be on the show this week? Now that this has basically come up.
That's a good question.
Yeah, now this information's come out, it makes you wonder, ooh. Shit, man. Fuck. I'm not even sure anymore. Now the fact that WWE now this information is public. Ooh. I'm not exactly sure how WWE is going to handle Otunga. I don't even know he might be on the kickoff. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be really messy when it comes to this Sunday.
Yeah.
Also, have you heard about the news of when Big Cass is going to come back?
No, I don't. Quick lure from Lou, and fuck that bastardization of war games. Yeah, we're not going to discuss war games this week because then it might be an hour of me ranting about what the fuck this is.
Wait, what's this? Big news. Big Cass back in training ahead of ring return. He could just be training his leg to get back into shape to make sure everything gets back, to where he was before, and probably even resculpting his body to get back. Could you see him possibly show up at WrestleMania, or this kind of thing he's going to still be out for, and this kind of training is just to get him back into shape?
Well, I assume he wants to come back eventually, so I assume this will eventually get him back into shape.
I think, for the next few months, he's probably just going to get himself back into shape before he actually gets back into going into the ring, and So yeah, he probably just is training his body, and then after this point, he'll probably get back into ring training. Oh yeah, there's also one other story we forgot to talk about.
What's that?
It also deals with Paige.
All right, her and Del Rio broke up.
Because why? What did she say?
I don't know. I didn't care when I heard. I was just too busy laughing at Del Rio and him breaking up.
Oh, here's what she. Oh, apparently she's not expected to return until after Survivor Series. That's one thing. But apparently what happened was that she says in one of her Instagram posts, she says, "And this is why I'm single." Yeah, she basically said that she's single on Instagram, and we're all just going, "Oh goody."
Okay, now she can start that porn conga line. I would make an Xavier Woods joke if he wasn't engaged.
Yeah, so so the fact is that Paige is single. So for all of you guys who are happy about that, you can all go, "Yay!"
Well, apparently Lou said he dumped her, so.
Probably. The question is, what was the influence? Probably her family. Yeah. Probably just because he got tired of their bullshit and just said, "Fuck it, I'm gone." Oh, here's more about the Big Cass thing. Big Cass himself was said, he's teaming up with John Cena's trainer.
Oh, so he can master the art of not getting pinned too. Okay.
Also, he's going to be going to the John Cena training of get back in the ring faster than you can say, "Holy hell." Remember, Cena gets back from injury so damn quick. Remember, we call John Cena Superman for a damn good reason. I mean, it worked also with Seth Rollins. Why not Big Cass? Anyway, I really don't think there's much we can really do. Because, here's what it says. That he is rehabbing twice a day, training with Rob McIntyre, getting back in shape lifting-wise. Okay, so he's lifting just to get his body back to sculpting.
Oh, boy.
Who wants to go see when Big Cass comes back and see how damn ripped he is? And you go look at him and go, "Fuck!" The first thing I'll just say this. The first thing I want him to do when he comes back to WWE, go to Enzo, even if he is on 205 Live, just go up to him, and just give him one giant boot to the face that's actually a potato, and just be like, "I'm back, bitch."
Oh, boy.
Then you see Enzo go, "Dude, why?"
Because pain.
Yep.
And
get worse.
And look from Lou, fuck that bogus War Games. I want to see the real War Games return. It's not gonna have a top? Why?
What? Wait, whoa. It's not going to have a top? Why? This makes no sense. Hold it. I gotta see this. The rules. This
But the rules are so fucked up. You swear there's a TNA match. The reverse battle royal made more sense in the rules, but not what. Why? Because
Oh,
fuck that bogus War Games match. Yeah, that's
wait,
pretty
what's
much
that?
it.
Adam Cole busted open that live event days before NXT. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, he got a face full of blood.
Okay, here is the official rules of War Games right off of Wikipedia. The War Games match consists of two teams of 4 or 5 or more men facing each other in a staggered entry format. In other words, it starts off at 1-on-1, and every few minutes, one member of one of the two teams will come in until all members are entered. The setup of the cage consisting of two rings side by side with a giant cage encompassing rectangular cage that covers both rings but not the ringside area. Doors were placed on the four corners of the rectangular cage so that the two teams don't come into contact before they're supposed to. The match begins when one member of each team enters the cave. After 5 minutes or preset amount of time, depending on the match, a member of one of the teams, usually determined by the coin toss, but it's usually the heels, let's admit that, will enter the cage, giving his team a one-man advantage. Every 2 minutes, after 2 minutes, a member for the other team will go in to enter even the odds, and this giving each team a 2-on-2 tag team advantage for the next 2 minutes. Entrants alter between back and forth every 2 minutes, giving the coin toss winning team, aka the heels, a temporary advantage in the numbers game before giving the other team the advantage with the freshest man to even the odds. Teams continue to alternate during the 2-minute periods until all men are in the ring. Once all men are in the ring, we start what's called the match beyond. Both teams will brawl with each other in the cage as long as aka submit or surrender. Both teams will fight until either one member of one of the two teams either taps out or admits surrender or is knocked out. There are no pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualifications. And apparently WWE didn't read those rules. Because apparently they have their own ideas of what War Games is. Let me see if I can find the WWW War Games because this is stupid. No, I can't find it. I'm sorry. Rules are stupid. WWE War Games match are stupid. It's just a big cage with the Russo War Game rules. Oh boy. And I think Reed's mic died again. Seriously, homeboy has to get a new mic. I guess I really am alone this week. Oh well.
You're not alone.
Oh, your mic died again, didn't it?
Yeah, there's something wrong with it. I don't know exactly why. I'm going to be purchasing a new one and have it in time for the next show.
Yeah, now I'm trying to look up the Russo. Oh, yeah, I just see it now. Okay. There was a WCW in 2000 called War Games, which Vince Russo brought back, which could only end in disaster, but Let me just read off the excerpt off Wikipedia. After War Games have not been held in 1999, Russo brought back the War Games in a new format called War Games 2000, with the tagline Russo's Revenge. Yeah, you can always smell the disaster. It was held at the September 4th edition of WCW Nitro. The match consisted of two teams vying for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship in a three-tiered cage first seen in the climax of Ready to Rumble and later used in Slamboree 2000. The rules combined the traditional War Games entry format with the rules of the triple cage match in Slamboree. However, one wrestler retrieved the belt from above the third cage. He did not automatically win as it was in the case of Slamboree. This time the wrestler had to climb back down to the first cage and then exit through the door. The wrestler who exits the structure with the belt, regardless who is the one retrieving from the third cage, won the match and the championship. That's the stupidest shit I've ever read in my life.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Exactly, that's Vince Russo.
This is Vince Russo. Go away.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think Lou's made a small mistake. This was actually the 1998 version of War Games they're trying to emulate, which had the the 98 War Games had the 3-team 9-man competition. Same cage and entry format, but allowed pinfalls. Well, let me just make a quick correction. Actually, I think that was the Russo era.
Was it? Was it the Russo era? Was it the Russo era?
I think so. I think Russo was around in 1989.
Okay. Wasn't even telling if you were actually hearing me or not.
No, it was. I was typing. So, yeah, if you want an old school match D recommendation, watch War Games 98. Not 89. There was no 8. 89 is probably good. But yeah, watch War Games 98. Which was Team WCW versus Team Hollywood versus Team Wolfpack. Because, believe it or not, that's essentially the format that this War Games match is going to be under. The authors are paying with Roderick Strong versus Sanity versus the Undisputed Era. And Reid's mic died again.
No, I'm here. No, I'm here.
But yeah, that seems like the format they're doing. The three team 3-man War Games match.
Yeah.
What else can you say then? Oh my god, this is dumb. Why?
I don't know.
Oh boy, we're spinning our wheels to this point. So yes, good time to end the episode.
Let's be done for the night.
All right, we're going to be working on new time, so hopefully we could get to the whole crew again soon. But no matter what time it is, once again, I will emphasize this: no show next week. We will probably do like a couple quick Survivor Series reviews with scattered members of the cast, but no show next week. So in 2 weeks, we'll hopefully see you again, and hopefully we'll find a time where all of us can meet up. Till then, take care, spike your hair, and go on the network and watch the real War Games matches. Alright, bye.